Hi, everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me see here. 1 second, please. If I can get some thumbs ups, that would be lovely. Let's see. Oh, Jenny's here. Hi, Feisty and Linda and Clarence, Desrat, Callie, Renee, Selfish Wing, Desrat. Hi, Terry. Hey, Rolanda. Rolanda Baker. Elena, how are you? Sacred Turtle. Hi, Sandra and C. Smith. Tammy, Sherry. Let's see, Rhonda. Hey, Lucky Girl. Hi, Wendy K. GM Dave. Janine. Sharon. You're in the bath listening. Don't drop the computer or the phone in the bath, Jenny. Let's see, Sharon Sipe. Thank you, Terry. That's so kind. Dorcas Duddle. Carol Davis. The Square Peg. Hello. Hey, Connie. Hey, girl. Hey. Gloria. And Clarence Fields. Debbie. Hi. Lori Kettle. Here comes Moose. More paperless. Hey, Janine. Thank you. Hold on. Let me go get the door because Bubs is going to start banging. Hey, Stephen. How are you? Let me see. And Moose is here now. I don't know if you guys heard him running in, but he's here. Hey, Patricia. And Kaylee's kid. Renee. Bubs is in the house. I'm sure you can. Hey, Sunflower. Yeah, Moose is here. Hey, Patricia. So I was gone all of last week. So I was a bit tired. Work was crazy. I picked up Mom Monday of last week from the rehab center. She's doing wonderful. It was so nice to see her because I hadn't seen her, let me think, since before Halloween. You're more worried about Lucy jumping in the bath with you. Hi, Tariana. So Mom's doing really, really well. I am so incredibly happy. You know, I wasn't supposed to hug her or anything, but I did. You know, I mean, we were both wearing masks and Mom's been vaccinated and all that stuff. And, you know, and I made sure I didn't come into contact with anybody. I just got in my car. Well, I took a shower, got my clothes out the laundry, got in my car, drove out there. And the only people I had contact with was the nurses when I was signing paperwork. So it was really nice seeing Mom. I think I'm going to go see her again, possibly this weekend, if I can get in on the schedule. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop at the store. I think Old Navy's having a sale right now. So I'm going to see if I can find her like some long, like maxi skirts or something, you know, for when the weather starts to warm up, so that she's not wearing pants. So go get my mom some clothes. Yeah, I'm here, Delilah. It's just, it's just the camera. So I hope everybody's doing okay. The Moose is loose. Yeah, the Moose is, he doesn't know what's going on with his life. He like bangs on the door to get in here. Then I let him in. Then he sits by the door staring at the door. So I don't know if he's going to start banging to get out and then banging to get back in. So we'll see. Hey, Sue, thank you. Yeah, Bubbies. Bubbies, Jenny says hi. He gave you a wink, Jenny. He gave you a wink. At least he hasn't dumped you like Artie dumped me. I got dumped by Artie. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, R.R. Barry, nice to see you. I got dumped by Artie, y'all. So Did you guys watch the Rachel Maddow show tonight? For those of you that are here in the house. Desrat says yes. I know, AJ, I got kicked to the curb. Dove Girl says yes. Sharon says yes. Tammy says yes. You didn't catch it, Feisty? Jennifer says yes. Patricia said yes. Elena said no. Okay, so just to give you a quick recap, because Sunflower is saying no as well. Rachel, you know how she always starts her shows with, a little bit of a backstory. Well, tonight's backstory was on a case that happened in a very small town in northern Texas back in the 90s, where this police officer supposedly had an undercover sting operation where he was supposedly investigating crack cocaine dealers. Well, to make a long story short, they ended up throwing 43 people in jail. The whole entire black town was arrested. 43 people were sent to jail. Now, there was no evidence. There was no corroborating witnesses. Nothing at all. No documentation, no nothing. It was just this one police officer's word against a whole 45 people in an entire town. Marie, Jenny, do you remember the name of the town? Because I texted Jenny, I was watching, I was like, are you watching this right now? So the cop ended up getting an interview on 60 Minutes. And this guy was, Jenny saying Tulia, Texas. Tulia, Texas is where this happened. It was in the 90s. This cop ended up getting an interview on 60 Minutes. And he's just throwing around the N-word like it's not a big deal at all. At all. He's just like, and this and that, blah, 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 like no big deal. And the 60 Minutes interviewer is asking him all this stuff. Like, did you get, any witnesses, anything? And he was like, nope. So no witnesses, no collaborating stories. He was the only one on in the entire investigation. Nobody else, just him. While being interviewed by a black journalist. So this whole town got sent to jail. And I think combined it was what, Jenny, like 300 years? Or was that one person alone that got sentenced to, I think it was one person alone that got sentenced to 300 years out of all those 45. Another one got 90. I mean, combined together, all those 45 people had 700 years in prison combined. One of them got 90 years by himself. Yeah, Jenny. The other guy, the farmer, the pork farmer, got 300 years in prison. Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this with my jaw on the floor going, what in the holy hell? Like, how did the jury not ask for anything, So in comes this brand new attorney with the ACLU by the name of Vanita Gupta. And she starts digging around. And lo and behold, turns out the cop made all of it up. Hey, Brandon. He made all of it up. All of it. And surprisingly, that cop, I think his name was Coleman. I believe his last name was Coleman. Got awarded like Law Officer of the Year or something like that by the then Attorney General, who is now a senator in Texas, Cornyn. But anyways, Vanita Gupta was able to, defend all 45 people, and she got them all out of jail. She didn't do it alone. She led the charge for getting help from other law offices, I think out of New York and Washington, to help her with the case, because she basically had 45, or was it 45 or 47 new clients. So she was able to bust them all out. The cop ended up getting thrown in jail for perjury. So he went to jail. Oh, and also thievery too. So I'm sure they didn't give him 300 years like they did to that one Black man that was a pork farmer that was well into his 50s when he was, sentenced to 300 years. So the cop went to jail, but this young lady, Vanita Gupta, is now slated to be the number 3 in line to Attorney General Merrick Garland. And so, hey, Cindy, how you doing? Nice to see you here. So surprisingly, Cornyn is leading the charge to not have her confirmed. And Jenny, it was one of your senators that wrote him a letter. What was your senator's name? That wrote Cornyn a letter and said, oh, she is going to be confirmed. Hey, Carol. He put him on notice. And he was like, yeah, she's getting confirmed, period. Yeah, well, good luck with that. So I was going to read on her tonight to see if she was going to be confirmed. Oh, Dick Durbin. So thank you, Stephen and Jenny, for that. Dick Durbin wrote Cornyn a letter and said, yeah, no, she's getting confirmed. She's supposed to be having her confirmation hearing tomorrow. I would love to see some of those Republicans try to go at her, because if that young lady brand new out of law school, working at the ACLU, was able to bust out 47 people that were wrongfully imprisoned, so a crooked cop in Texas can play cowboy, good luck, because I guarantee you she can run circles around Cornyn, freaking Cruz, and the Chihuahua over there, what's his name, Graham. She can run circles around him all day, every day. So we're going to start there with that one. But when I was watching that, my blood was boiling and my jaw was on the floor. Like, I just couldn't. I couldn't. So let's see. Will Vanita Gupta be confirmed to the Department of Justice? Hey, Marie, thanks. Hey, Ian. Okay, let me see if I can turn this down because there's a bit of a glare. Oh, Suzanne, you are too incredibly kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn this down a little bit. Oh, duh. You know what's causing that glare? My overhead lights. Just 1 second. Okay, I think that made it better. Sorry, Bubs, I didn't mean to scare you. So this top one here is talking about the hearing. There's Moose's nose. Is talking about the hearing and the interview here in front of a committee, and the choice and the decision that needs to be made. Okay. So let me go back over here. So this is saying the interview with the network, with multiple networks here, okay? Or public speaking, a public speech, which we're all going to see, and multiple networks here, or multiple groups of people, large bodies of people. I would say yes. There are some people that there may be some sort of a shortage, though. And here it's saying the same thing, like there's a split up here. There may be some sort of a shortage, something that's been diminished or is causing a lot of anxiety. But there's a lot of passionate knowledge here, or it's something that a passionate project here. They're worried about her taking on some sort of a passionate project. It looks like it splits, but I would say yes. It may come. Hold on. Let me put this back. Let me see. I asked to tell me about what happens tomorrow at her or her committee hearing tomorrow. There is big trouble here that has been persistent, and she is a very persistent and reliable woman that argues and fights. But there is going to be abundance for her here and independence here. This is a person that is persistent in her arguing with these two. And there may be some that are very, well, quite possibly two. King of spades, king of diamonds here. Jack of clubs here. Maybe two people, but she fights back here. There is persistent arguing. This persistent arguing. You know what's funny too? She was endorsed by every single law enforcement agency, even the ones that backed Donald Trump. Like I think it was like the police unions or police something or other were like, yes, put her on board. So it looks like she does well and she gets through it. She is fairly independent, but this girl doesn't take no crap. She fights here. She will fight. So she might put a whooping on someone or put a whooping on several people here with the fish. But I would say she gets it, and she's going to have to argue. or punch back and not take crap. So let me see. Hold on. Let me write this down. So the first cards were 12, 20, 22, and then 23, 24, 26, and then 6, 35, 29, 11, 34. Okay. Okay, so let's go to this. What will Vanita Gupta work on? No. That's too broad of a question. That's too broad. Let's see. Let me dial that back. What will be her focus? What will be Vanita Gupta's focus? What will be Vanita Gupta's focus while at DOJ? Ooh. Oh boy. Huh. Let me write this down. Let me write this down. Oh crap. Am I buffering, you guys? I hope I'm not buffering. Oh, great. Now this whole thing froze up. Okay. Right. If anybody starts getting buffering, just refresh the page. Okay. So, wow. Wow. Okay. So we're looking at something that is lost or diminished. Thievery by a selfish opportunist here. Perhaps someone that worked there that was senior, that had power here. And also perhaps the manipulation of finances this way. With these, missing or something that is corrupt, fraud, and then finances with these three. Also corruption here. Perhaps this, if I read the fox as work and employment, corruption from someone that worked, that was in a senior position here, and finances and power. This is opportunity that takes a while to come. Okay, so opportunity that takes time to mature. Also looking at who financed right here, because it ends in bear. Who financed the crazies here? Selfish opportunists that are purist, and then the financing here. So let me pull 5 more to see if this is insurrectionist and who funded the insurrectionist. Hold on. Oh, thank you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Proud Boys. Proud Boys that came. The boys, the corruption boys, the nervous boys, the group that deteriorated, that came to assault. That came to assault. So I'm saying Proud Boys too, but who funded them as well? Because the finances have been secured here. The finances were secured. The financing was persistent here. Let me see. She delivers new arguments that are that successfully reach their goal. Okay, this here is nervous child, Proud Boys, opportunity to abuse. They came to manipulate, manipulative visitor. So they came to manipulate. They came to do something, something that is matured, that is exposed. Also, because Lily's has to do with purity, I would go ahead and say, because Whip Knight's over here abusing purity, so hatred, white supremacist here, and then power secured here. Someone coming to steal this way, right? Mice Knight's over to Writer, Witch Knight's over here to Bear, steal power and steal finances, manipulative, suspicious children, and then manipulation here that was persistent. This is male energy too, but it's not. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. I'm missing something. I'm thinking not just, I know, me too, Marie. Me too. Me too. Because I can see the Proud Boys here, and I can see her looking at who secured their money this way. But I'm also looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Possibly 4 people with this, and this. Child, Whip, Writer, Lilies. That to secure power, that participated to secure power. So just the Proud Boys. It's because here, if you look at these two, this says successful retirement. So opportunity is abused, okay, or hope that is abused here. Took a risk on violence here. And then this is like successful retirement, because Lily's has to do with seniors here. I don't see Trump here specifically at all. But it's almost like 4 people that were perhaps around him, if I look at this as power. So perhaps Junior, Giuliani, and then these two. I don't know who these two would be. Who perhaps facilitated and stirring it up here with the whip, stirring up and heating things up here with the crazies. And this is persistent stealing and thieving. I don't have birds to talk about Trump doing his shenanigans in Texas. So this doesn't, or in Georgia. Also, there's a loss here and there's an opportunity to investigate. Let me see here. Mature power, mature finances. It's like they start investigating this right here. The money, the power, the finance. And Proud Boys this way. Because someone was trying to steal something. But this is also like, this could also be like some sort of an or a manager, someone that had a senior position that worked there, because there's thievery here. There's thievery and an opportunity to investigate someone senior, like a senior executive or someone that was in a managerial or supervisory role somewhere on top of everything else that I just said. So I hope that that made sense. And then Proud Boys and that whole group of people who funded them. But here we go again. Dear God. There's also, if I knight child to Fox, a new investigation here that is persistent, or a new investigation that reaches its goal. So it's kind of, hey, Colin, how are you, my dear? So I'm sorry that took so long, but I was just trying to dig everything out that I could. So, but with that anchor there, that becomes a goal. It becomes something that takes time for her to achieve, but she will achieve it. So just keep that in mind. Don't anticipate her getting in and then 2 months from now to get an answer. Okay, it ends, that double line ended in well, there's an executive there, Jenny, with the bear. Okay, so don't anticipate this being over in a month or two. Anchor closed out that double line. Anchor is something that you work towards, but she's focused on it, if that makes any sense. Okay. It sure could, Sunflower. So we could be looking at what's his face, Flynn, because Lily's has to do with veterans. So yeah, it could also be investigating Flynn.
Let me write this down. So this was to ask for a brief synopsis of Cornyn over the next 2 years. There is a voicemail about a project or a voicemail that is being kept secret that has to do with thievery and loss. Right there. There is some sort of a promise. Some sort of a promise. Promise that is wise to a family. And then financial fraud, financial manipulation here. Either way, it looks like it. Something here comes to an end and it closes. Voicemail that is secret or about a project that has to do with thievery and a loss. Negotiations that make him nervous, also perhaps conversations and phone calls and meetings that have to do with thievery. There is some sort of report on a project that comes to an end. This could also be mail project that ends here. The result of a promise here or some sort of a testing partnership or relationship, but it's false. He may still be claiming voter fraud here or mail fraud with these corners and trying to end that relationship here. But his seniority it's dwindling. His power comes under scrutiny here. His finances come under scrutiny here. If he's got donors, they become suspicious here. Is he up for re-election in 22? Does anybody know? Oh, he won in 2022 or 2020. Ugh, damn you, Texas. Well, there's going to be talks about somebody here retiring, perhaps someone that's a manager this way.
and someone that is senior this way. And that makes them nervous, or they're talking about their losses here. And power is dwindling this way. Okay. So he's going to try to be smart and weasel out of this, but no. Nope. Nope. Watch out for trouble with that one. Manipulating a loss here too. Oh, let's see. In 2027, no sunflower. Why? Thank you, Carol Wagner, for the PayPal. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. We're stuck with him till 27. It's every 6 years, so it would be 26, right? Well, either way, there's a lot of gossip and rumors and everything else that he knows about someone here retiring that's in a position of authority. Power is dwindling this way. He's trying to be smart and weasel out of stuff, but it's a dead end. It looks like they're going to keep talking about how mail voting or mail something is fraudulent this way with birds and letter, and then these corners here. There's endings to contracts and promises, though. Or losing something that he values a lot, which is more than likely power. Power is dwindling here. So it could just be in reference to some losing something that he values, which is power. And someone here retiring. Well, I don't think it's him. I mean, maybe it is, because there's talking and negotiating here peacefully, or talking about wisdom and satisfaction and kind of having some sort of quiet time, sort of therapy. So this could, and this is a letter of resignation here. Retirement. And then these would be like long-time worries or prolonged worries this way. The talks may come around the winter, birds and lilies here. Talk or conversations around winter about maybe someone retiring. And there may be someone that's powerful, that's ill or sick or nervous, but they're losing power this way. He's going to use his smarts to try to weasel out of stuff, but nope. Let me see what else. Talking to financiers or people with loads and loads and loads of money, and also talking about power this way. Birds and bear. And then house and coffin, this could just be literally saying that they lost the house. Here. If this has to do with leadership, because it's someone that's, the boss, it dwindles here. And leadership is suspicious, manipulative, sly, smart. Committed to property that is fraudulent. Committed to a mature family that has financial problems here. Financial fraud. Oh, that reminds me of something. I just saw today. I think it was reported. Did you guys get all that? Did you guys get all that from this read? Okay, good. Thank you, Mary or Marie. I saw today on Ring of Fire, they were saying, or was it Raw Story? Raw Story came out with an article, and I think it was someone from Trump's Department of Homeland Security. I don't remember what. Thanks, Jenny. I don't forget what department from Trump's administration, but someone did an interview with Raw Story, and they're saying that the GOP is hoping that the DA hammers Trump for tax fraud so that they can be rid of him. So they're sitting there licking his boots and licking his butthole and everything else because they don't want to be seen as the bad guys that turned their backs on Trump, while simultaneously hoping that the DA takes him down for tax fraud so that they can be rid of him, which is the Weasley thing for Republicans to do because they don't have a pair, you know? And do I believe it? Yeah. Why? Because you got Ted Cruz wanting to run again. You have that other seditionist, Howley, wanting to run again. You're going to have Tom Cotton wanting to run. You're going to have Eye Patch Guy probably wanting to run. You have all these idiots that want to run in 2024 that can't if Trump decides to. Or we know he's not going to run, but it'll take the limelight away from them. So they'll lose their chance at running again, which they would have no chance of winning anyways. But you get what I'm saying. So let me ask it this way. Marie, my dear, I'm gonna channel my inner Betty White because I heard her say the best line ever. There was a skit that I had seen a long time ago with sweet little Betty White and Ryan Reynolds. And you guys have sensitive ears. You might want to close them now. But I think Ryan Reynolds called somebody, he's like, "Oh, you're such a pussy." And Betty White was like, "Hey now." She's like, "Pussies can take a beating. Call them an old sack of balls. Those things are sensitive as hell." You know, like I was like, that's my girl, Betty White. That's my girl. So I love that lady. She's my other spirit animal. Hey, Super Truthful. Let me see. Let's see. Do the Republicans want the DA to charge Trump with tax fraud? Do the Republicans want the DA to charge Trump with tax fraud? Do the Republicans want the Manhattan DA to charge Trump with tax fraud? Oh, she is a treasure, Colin. She is. She is. I adore her. They will betray him before the elections. Yep, they do. He's a troublesome man for the elections. He causes problems for the election. He's a lying man in the elections here. Several men that want to betray this way. And there's news that people want to get into the house or move into the house. They want to change residence and move into the house. He's a problem. It ends here with the crossroads. Get rid of him. So I would say yes. I would say yes. Bunch of old saggy balls, like Betty White would say. Okay. Will Texas go Democratic in 2024? Good one, Mary. Good one. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Thank you. Let's see. Will Texas go Democratic in 2024? Hey, Keisha, how are you? There's a little bit of luck. There's a little bit of luck for a woman here. The question was, will Texas go Democratic in 2024? There's an opportunity for a woman that is passionate. So, or there's hope for a woman that is passionate there. I don't know who is running in Texas. Saggy balls make good materials for chives. There's a woman showing up here. So, and I asked, will Texas go Democratic in 2024? Okay. So let's see. Hey, Karen, how are you? Ugh. Ugh. I'm going to come back and read on this because I don't like these cards, but it says yes. This question was, which is weird because before I've gotten no, but who knows? Who knows? Because I don't know. The current topic, this read was for, will that piece of scum Ted Cruz win re-election? He's got loyalty in abundance amongst conservatives. Right there. But there's also something that they're doing here to grow manipulation on a project here. Or he's very, 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 very smart and sneaky about how to grow support. He's such a freaking slimeball piece of shit, dude. I can't believe that disgusting son of a bitch had the nerve to call the recent mass shooting that took place in Colorado and say that Democrats only do that for political theater. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, Bette Midler had the best tweet for that. You know, Bette Midler, the actress, she lost her mind. She was like, I wish one day it would be your kids and your family who get gunned down. He is so pathetic. And then I was reading her tweet and I liked it and I retweeted it. But then I was like, actually, he wouldn't care. He's already thrown his wife under the bus. He's thrown his kids under the bus. You know, he would probably, you know, if his family were to get gunned down, which will never happen. These people are filthy rich. They don't go to the store. They have their workers do that for them. If that were to ever happen, he would try to find a way to get on front of the media and garner sympathy for his losses in an effort to get his ass into the White House. That's what a slime ball he is. He's so gross. It is so disgusting. I can't. Ugh. He's such a piece of crap, dude. And mind you, okay, James Rodriguez, Ted Cruz was bought by the NRA. That's why he's saying that it's theater. I understand. But let me remind you that the NRA just filed for bankruptcy. So they have no money, or so they say. You know, like, God, he's such a disgusting man. So this one was to see if that piece of crap Texas governor is going to win re-election. I'll ask again later, because according to this, it shows that he stays in the House. Mind you, after they lied and cheated and stole and enriched themselves, and Texans were out of power for God knows how long, and people were freezing in their homes and all that other stuff, this guy is a manipulative, conniving, cheating, weaselly piece of smashed dog poo. And it says he stays here. There's news that the man is home. So we'll see. Dems need to get somebody that's worth a damn to run for, not some meek sauce. Oh, Donald Trump is on a feisty. I don't think they find anything repulsive. I mean, hell, they just had an insurrection and they were just like, it's Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like, we just had 2 back-to-back mass shootings. It's theater. What? You need $1,400 a month to keep you out of poverty? Yeah, go pack sand. There's no bottom to the barrel with these people at all. So Trump is going on a petty spree, and endorsing I just read on that, Beverly, and it said that he wins, Ted Cruz. So Trump is going on a petty rival retaliation spree, and he's endorsing the opponents of every single Republican that did not go along with him to overturn the election in his favor. Like, you know. So Brad Raffensperger of Georgia, who is by no means a saint, some of the most suppressive voter laws in Georgia are thanks to no other person other than Brad Raffensperger. So just because he recorded Trump doesn't make him a saint. He's still a piece of shit. So Trump decided, since Brad Raffensperger didn't go along with him, he decided to endorse his challenger, which is Representative Jody Hice. And the only reason that he's endorsing her is because she was parroting that Raffensperger should have overthrown the election and given it to Trump. So basically, all Republicans have to do right now in order to advance in their careers is to parrot Trump talking points to get his endorsement. To hell with what you're doing to the country, because it's just ambition. That's all. So let's see. Will Representative Jody Hice win the election against Brad Raffensperger? Will Representative Jody Hice win the election against Brad Raffensperger? Will Representative Jody Hice win the election against Brad Raffensperger? Oh, Marie, make a flying baby out of him, dude. Make a flying baby out of him. I'm dead serious. Not a piñata, honey. We'll get a piñata too, but make a flying baby. And thanks for your donation. There's a good chance. There's a successful negotiation here. Ambition. Successful ambition. And there's the negotiation there in the middle. News, change, that brings opportunity. There's a good chance. Because of the messaging that her talking points, because it's all ambition here with Tower. Tower is corporations, institutions, ambitions, and isolation. So it's a good chance. Just by parroting what Trump says. They stole the election from him. He should have overturned it. Blah, 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 blah. Even though it's completely false, and she knows it's false. She knows it. Hey, Jan. She knows it, but like I said, it's a stepping stone to career advancement. So we'll see. We'll see. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even get the question. So this one was for Jenny. Jenny wanted to know if state legislators in Georgia will go Democratic in 2022. Yes. There's obstacles and delays here, obstruction that they're trying to do. It clears up here and they get the promise here. So I'm wondering if this is the voter suppression stuff that Georgia and God knows how many other states. Is it 23, 27, or 43? How many states that are trying their darndest with voter suppression? That delay clears up. Delays and obstruction. Successful promise, successful contracts here. So I get a yes. So whatever they've blocked and delayed here gets cleared up. So that's what I get. Let's see. Oh. This question here. Oh, okay. This question here was to see if Washington, D.C. would get statehood. There's worry with mice. Worry and losses, trying to be smart and conniving by the minority because they're going to stay small. Negative, negative, neutral. I would say not anytime soon. Here with dog, several loyalists that would vote here in the institution. These people right up here would be at a loss and they would stay small. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense? Which, now that I think about it, that kind of does make sense because it says worry, manipulation, and then small. Okay? Worry or a loss, something that is diminished, manipulation, and then small. That makes sense. That would make sense why the Republicans don't want DC to get statehood, because that would ensure that they stay in the minority. They wouldn't be in favor. Here it shows that you have two doubles of this in the institution. It would add two people to the institution here. They would remain small. They would be at a loss. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, you guys? Like, it's like they don't want DC to get statehood because then they would be outnumbered by two more senators. Here it says something diminishes, stolen. Here it's small. And then with the crossroads in the middle, this is double of whatever comes before. Two of these in the institution. So they would be down by two more. That makes sense. So SR1 will pass in the Senate. That's what it is in the Senate, right? It goes from HR1 to SR1, correct? It passes with abundance here. The House here, abundance, improvement. Yes. I get a yes for that. Kevin McCarthy can go suck a bag of, you know what? Feisty, it shows yes, and they do it by changing something. They change something here, and that's what makes it change and improve. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I can't believe, here's another thing. I heard Mitch McConnell's poor ass excuse saying that the filibuster is not a racist thing. This is coming from the guy that, I kid you not, you can go on the Googler right now and look up Mitch McConnell, and you will see a picture of Mitch McConnell shaking hands with another guy, and right at the very backdrop is a ginormous Confederate flag. Not kidding you at all. I don't know if they take away the filibuster, but something changes, and they're able to improve it here because they have a lot. So will the filibuster be removed? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. It's kind of like they stick with tradition because this is the network or the party here. Something that's been around a long time, the maturity of that institution, no. Mm-mm. Even though everybody's screaming for its success, becomes trouble. And then there's power here. They may do something where they don't take it away, but they change it, because that last reading was house, fish, storks. So they change something. They don't take away the filibuster. It's like they change something. You know what I would love, Phyllis? I would love for Schumer to get rid of the filibuster. And what's his face from West Virginia can go suck it. Okay? Like, because Mitch McConnell just shoved 3 unqualified Supreme Court judges down the throats of America without batting an eye, not counting the hundreds of unqualified federal judges he seated all over the country, while blackballing the Democrats. And now you want to go scream about this should be bipartisan? Suck it, Mitch. Take a seat. Take a seat. And freaking, what's his face? Schumer should punch him back with everything he's been getting punched with for the last 10 years, just so we could all have the satisfaction of watching Mitch McConnell's ugly, triple neck, disgusting head explode on national television. Like, how many Republican senators were KKK? Probably all of them, with the exception of 3 that I can possibly think of off the top of my head. So that's all I got, you guys. That's all I got tonight. Manchin is a Republican, Tammy. He came out and said it a few years ago. Like, if they wanted to challenge him, he would run as Republican. You know, the last time we didn't get, Rachel Maddow talked about it the other night, the last time we didn't get gun reform was because of Joe Manchin. And there was a judge today that ruled, a Bush-appointed judge, a Bush, little Bush, not big Bush, a little Bush judge today at an appeals court that said that there is no law, not even in the Constitution under the Second Amendment, that gives you the right to open carry or carry concealed. So that's one Bush-appointed judge. So, you know, that's like when everybody was screaming about, oh, I can't wait for this pandemic to get back and, you know, to be over so our lives can get back to normal. And I was just sitting here and all I can think about is normal. Really? We can go back to mass shootings and school shootings and all that lovely stuff, because Lord forbid we have sensible gun laws in this country. You know, the guy in Georgia went out and bought that gun that same day before he went out and killed all those people. So you can buy a gun and go on a mass shooting spree on the same day, but you can't register to vote and vote on the same day in the state of Georgia. Tell me how freaking effed up that is. You know, like, you know, this whole let's get back to normal. I don't want to get back to normal. Back to normal sucked a bag of dicks. You know, pardon my French, but it was horrible. School shootings every, 3, 4, 5 times a month. You know, can't go to rock concerts. Now you can't go to grocery stores. Soon it'll be shopping malls. You know, like there's nowhere safe, because first it's let's not politicize the issue. And then before you're done grieving, you're grieving another mass murder in some other part of the country because it happens so rapidly. And then when was it, today or yesterday, Ted Cruz had the freaking balls to come out and say that it's political theater. You know, I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of them. I just can't. So that's all I got, you guys. That was my rant for the evening. I'm exhausted. Been up since 4 o'clock this morning, but I'm glad I got up because I got to see Johnny on his walkabout this morning. Because I got up at 4 and I think he was walking, 5 o'clock something my time was when I caught him live. So I was able to see him. So yeah, I will try to be on again tomorrow. I'll try to have more questions. We'll see. I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thank you guys so much for all of the thumbs up. I'm sorry if I offended anyone today, but I had to tell you what Betty White said, because Betty White is a national treasure. So thank you, everybody, so much for hanging out. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And I'm going to try to go to bed. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.